and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday. And you know what that means? It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came to the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that KG outlaw, Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and a very big week this week with a Grail item. Been playing that longest of long games. I said, when the stars align, I'll pick it up, and I can't believe it. This week, the stars aligned. I even got goosebumps on my arms when I did see this one. So more on that later on in this very video. But first, got to thank, of course, jaystoysandgames.com. Head over there, use code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Jay's killing it right now. Got a ton of stuff this week there for weekly purchases. But they do have a new Carded Classics segment of their website where you can find all these LJNs. I showed that on my social medias this week. Hopefully you're following me on social media. A lot of people took advantage of some of the sales on that. They had a bunch of carded Hasbro WWF, plus all points in between, and they're putting different carded things up every day, trying to make people kind of guess what's going to go up. So if you're after classic figures on card, go to the Carded Classics over there at Jay's website, and of course the new arrivals as well. Tell them Kyle sent you. I guess Kyle is the code, so that'll tell you. So there you go. But shout out to Jay's for sponsoring the channel once again. And shout out to all the Patreon members over there. A lot of stuff going up on Patreon over the last couple of days. Got the latest episode of the Kyle Peterson Show podcast, episode number 63. Can you believe it? My wife Angie and I do a He-Man inspired episode where we try the new He-Man Krispy Kreme donuts in the Try New Food segment. But we do spend the majority of the time reviewing the movie, spoiler free as far as the reviews. But we talk the He-Man and the Masters Universe movie. We go through each character and give our thoughts. Now, I'm a longtime He-Man guy from when I was a little kid, so I've followed the brand forever. My wife doesn't know anything. She knew He-Man, she knew Skeletor, and that was about it. So you get a little bit of the yin and yang thoughts on people that know the property, don't know the property. All in all, spoiler alert, I did enjoy my time. I'll probably try to see it one more time. I think I'll try to see it one more time in the theater, and then maybe streaming one time. I thought I'd only see it maybe streaming again, but I'm going to see it in the theater one more time. So we'll see what happens with that. But if you like He-Man, we dive into that one, of course, and that is available on Patreon right now, YouTube channel members as well. Your best way to support the channel. You get early access to both my YouTube channel videos, all the glamour shots, monthly bonus videos, you name it, all points is in between. Finally got around to filming the Q&A video with my wife, Angie, as well. And we're giving away a CM Punk figure over there. That will be another Q&A. Now, she broke the internet in April, or broke Patreon with the April Too Hot for YouTube Q&A. This one we're going to put on traditional YouTube. It might be a while, though. I'm not sure exactly when. But Angie graced us once again straight from the pool. And I can hear you guys and gals saying it, Todd. You get security in here saying Kyle's forcing her. Kyle, I don't force her to do anything. If you watch the podcast, if you know Angie by now, she's not forced to do anything she doesn't want to do. And in all honesty, I'm a little scared of her sometimes, Todd McFarlane. But Angie came straight from the pool for the Q&A, so take that what you will. Watch that one when it is up, or probably on Patreon right now for you Patreon YouTube channel members to check out. And we do give away that CM Punk in that video as well. So appreciate the Patreon love and support over there. A lot going on, as I said, with the He-Man movie, but in a plot twist, you're watching this Sunday. I'm filming this Friday. Tonight, one of my all-time favorite performers. You know me as a hard rock heavy metal guy, but I love my classic country. I love my outlaw country. And one of my all-time favorites is coming. It is Marty Stewart. Marty Stewart in town here tonight. I am going to that Marty Stewart show. Angie's coming along. Can't wait to see Marty Stewart. Maybe he'll tear the old woodpile down tonight, Todd McFarlane. You never know what he might be up to. Got the fabulous superlatives with him as well. Cousin Kenny Vaughn, he's going to be there. And you know I'm going to have to dig up a Western shirt for that outfit of night. So shout out to Marty Stewart going to that one. And then next week, the Western Shirt Tour continues. Joe Bob Briggs, Darcy the Mail Girl, Davenport, Iowa. Never beautiful any time of year, but except when I go there. And Joe Bob, of course. But I'll be there on June 13th over there. So if you're there, say hi to me. Give me a high five. Dab me up. Dab me up. Riz me up if you want to. I don't care. But I'll be over there in Davenport on the 13th. And Angie's coming to that one too. That's going to be a rough one. That's a angry episode of the podcast for the future where she's going to complain about how much she hated the whole process, the whole night, the drive, the movie, everything. It's going to be an all-timer, trust me. Can't wait for that one there. But a lot going on this week here. I did get a couple of days off work and I accomplished nothing on my to-do list. Got sidetracked, all this kind of stuff. I got a big golf event tomorrow I got to go to. I try to get out of every golf event. And a lot of people say, Kyle, you get all these golf things you have to go to. I try to get out of every single one of them. I am not a golfer. It's too quiet. But I'm the most fashionable guy on the golf course. You know that. So maybe I'll put some pictures on social media, Todd McFarlane. I'll text them to you. You're going to caddy for me? I could use a caddy. I know the driver and the putter. After that, I get lost. But I'm like Happy Gilmore out there. Bread Jesus on the golf link. So we'll see. Could get canceled. Looks like rain. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe more on that on the podcast as well, Todd McFarlane. But there it is. That is the housekeeping. Now it's time. We got 2 questions this week, Todd. Bringing in Angie. It's time for the mail girl. It's time for the question of the week. All right, it's time for question of the week. That means only one thing. The country girl is here, Angie.
Wow.
Angie, say hello.
It's freezing down here.
It is freezing. The headlights are on. The glass is being cut.
It's denim thick.
It is thick denim, thankfully, but not warm. It's not warm denim. But here we are, Angie. It's time for the question of the week. And Angie and I, on a plot twist, are going to Marty Stewart tonight. Yes,
We've gone
Marty
country.
Stewart. We're going to tear the woodpile down, and we're going to see the sun down in Nashville, and maybe a little hillbilly rock if we're lucky. If we're lucky, we play our cards right. We'll see what happens there. But I like my outlaw country. I like my classic country music, but I like my classic heavy metal as well. My new wave of British heavy metal, my thrash metal. And Angie, what do you like?
I like what you like.
She likes all points in between. She likes some Taylor Swift and some Zarya from NXT. She likes some of that kind of stuff as well. But Angie, we are filming this last. A lot of times we film the weekly purchases out of order because Angie, so lazy, always has to take a nap. maybe this week at least. We're filming this last, but I did get a whoa, stop the clock. We did have the postman, and he only rings twice, but he did ring twice today, and we got Stone Cold Steve Austin Ultimate Edition.
What's happening right now?
Jake the Snake the Roberts Ultimate Edition, and Angie the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu, the latest and greatest Ultimate Editions through the door here today. A little bonus weekly purchases here before weekly purchases even start, of course. We got to thank our friends over there at Ringside Collectibles. Use code Kyle, save 10%. Hot delivery on a Friday afternoon.
That's the cutest packaging.
Is it the cutest packaging? No, I think you're the cutest packaging, Angie. There we are. But Angie, it is time for the weekly purchases. We also got to figure out what's for dinner. A tale as old as time as a couple on the weekends. Hey, honey, where you want to go? I don't
we eat
care.
out too much and we can't even figure it out.
Well, it goes to, I don't care where we eat. Okay, we're going here. I don't want to go there. Okay, I want to go there. No, I don't want to go there. It's one of those back and forth.
Nobody likes what Kyle likes is the problem.
I like everything. That's the problem.
No, you don't.
I do like everything. I love everything. Except I don't want to go Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, the usual chicken places. I'm all burned out on those.
Anti-chicken.
I'll take Dave's Hot Chicken. I'll go there. But I'm just burned out on the Raising Cane's and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, Angie, we got to figure out dinner. We got to figure out... I'm waiting till the last minute to get tickets for Marty Stewart as well. I'm hoping to get a deal. Got to get a deal. If I can save a couple of bucks, I save a couple of bucks. You guys know how it goes. But in a plot twist, Angie, we talked toy news yesterday. Did I tell you they canceled my NECA Universal Monster 4-pack? NECA canceled this after a year of having my money of like $120-some. They just refunded me. So in my crazy brain, I'm like, that's kind of like a free $120, even though I spent it a year ago. Now I've got $120 for dinner and Marty Stewart tonight.
Better than Power Town stealing your money.
Oh, I had to tell you, yeah, Angie, look at that deep cut Power Town. I had to film, Angie, that was from the Q&A, wasn't it? Or was that?
I can't remember if it was Q&A or a podcast.
I think it was the Q&A. The Q&A that could be too hot for YouTube, Angie. You were straight from the pool once again. But Angie got to learn all about Power Town. Not to be confused with Pound Town, as some guy likes to comment. But Power Town, and I told her all the ways, and she never knew it was so deep. And now she's tied into this conspiracy. She's like, I need more. And I said, well, you're in luck. You came to the right guy. There's all these videos I've done over the last like 3 years of conspiracies.
How much money in total you think is like they've taken?
Like, I think right now they owe me like $800 and some dollars.
Like, total.
I was getting there.
Okay.
So $800 for me, and then if by my math and by people I know and everything, I think they owe like $3,000 to people at this point, at least if not 4,000. I don't know. And I think that's part of the problem. So I don't know. We'll see. But not sure where that's going to end up going. That's a tale for a different video and a different time, Angie. But
Gotta
today,
be at least 100,000 to get me out of bed.
for you, for me, I get out of bed for $1,000 easily. $100.
I'm kidding.
Whatever. Angie's.
I show my boobs on the internet for free.
You do every day. It's crazy. It's crazy. Almost. Just
My cleavage.
Yes, the cleavage. But Angie, it's time for the question of the week. Are you ready for this?
Am I reading this one?
Yeah, it's a big one. Angie's
right.
going to be tested on a Friday night.
All right. MickMo4700. Hi, Kyle. We know you are a Mr. Wrestling, but the upcoming Master of the Universe movie got me thinking. If WWE was off the table, which 3 toy franchises have given you the most pleasure from playing as a boy to adult collector and everything in between?
What toys give you the most pleasure, Angie? Hot Wheels. Oh my gosh. But for me, it's funny is once again, I say this a lot on the channel. A lot of people think of me as WWE guy. And I think it's a lot of it because where I'm set up here. And some people have said every video you should change your background,
Well, it is
Kyle.
the majority of your collection.
It is because they've released the majority of figures. That's the thing. There's more wrestling figures than anything else. So just by volume, I guess it is. But to me, I had to think, would WWE even be on my list if I had to list 3?
Wow.
I don't know if it would, but for me, easily number 1, toy franchises that have given me the most pleasure. That's an interesting wording. G.I. Joe, number 1, since I was a little kid.
Did you see me mouth it?
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
They saw.
You know me all too well. G.I. Joe, number 1 for sure. So many hours playing, so many hours writing in a book and planning my wars and my battles and things, and just being so excited, the excitement of being a little kid, picking those figures up, hunting down the collection, the vehicles, the action figures, the aircraft carrier story. So much G.I. Joe. And then into the 25th anniversary line, bringing me back into a collecting as an adult. And then you take from there into the classified series we're into today. A lot of enjoyment, dare I say a lot of pleasure, Angie, out of the G.I. Joe line. And number 2 could be Masters of the Universe. I've collected Masters of the Universe since day 1 all the way till now. You got the movie now. You had the movie back in the day. You had me as a little kid collecting
just guess twice in a row.
Oh my gosh.
I
It's
saw
like
that.
you're ready to know me. You're finally starting to understand me at my core.
I can't think of the third one, though, unless it's Turtles.
The third one, I'm going to probably say wrestling. I'll go wrestling because wrestling is probably what that is. Turtles was interesting for me. I didn't have a lot of Turtles because that was part of the era where my dad was like, Kyle, you can't have any more collections. We'll dabble in a couple of these Turtles, but we're not going in. You got G.I. Joe, you got your wrestling, and then you had your He-Man was kind of dead at that point, though. But wrestling will be number 3. So I'm going to go, those are the 3 in different aspects. And sometimes you get tired of playing G.I. Joe. You're like, I'm going to go move over to wrestling for the afternoon pleasure. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get those big rubber guys
Afternoon
out.
delight.
Yes, going to get those big rubber guys out. I'm going to just take them to town is what I'm going to do.
God.
But those were the 3 I played with the most. They give me the most pleasure from now and in between today. And Angie, you didn't really play with toys ever. You played with sticks in the backyard, old cans, like old green bean cans. She'd roll them down the hill. She'd real fun stuff out in the
I was
country.
a tomboy.
She was a tomboy. She still is. You're still packing a lot of heat downstairs. No. But Angie, nothing to play with. A little bit of Barbies here and there, but you weren't all in. It always frustrated me when I was a little kid with my sister. She never had a collection. Like, we'd go to the store and like my dad's like, okay, we get one thing. And I'd be like, all right, what G.I. Joe? I got my list. If they don't have Stalker here today, I'm definitely not getting Duke. But I would always have a list going. And my sister would be just like willy-nilly walk through there. What catches my eye today? And it always drove me absolutely insane. Like, you need a focus in your collecting. You can't just be buying, I'm going to get 2 things of Silly Putty. Like, who buys that? Who gets Silly Putty? My sister would do that kind of stuff. One of these days, I'm going to tell the story on the podcast about how I lost my mind. And I was like 8 years old at the time. But my sister had like $100 of birthday money. And she laid it down on the shelves in the store. And then we left. And she like 2 hours later, you know what? I forgot my money in the store. Oh my gosh. I was worked up. I can't imagine how worked up my dad was at the time. Neither here nor there. But Angie, next question. We got 2 questions this week. We got another one. An old favorite.
Jonathan Hodep, 8735. Question: as the Pizza King, what are your thoughts on Dave? How do you say his name?
Portnoy Pizza Reviews. Yes. Have you seen his reviews?
Yes.
Yes, I've seen him too. I started my reviews before he did his review back in the day. So we have a totally different style. Mm-hmm. For him, he likes the cheese pizza, and I don't like the cheese pizza. Like, I can eat cheese pizza if I have to. It's about my last selection. At the end of the day, cheese pizza is just cheese bread. What are we doing here? It's cheese bread with the sauce. You don't have to dunk it. It's in there. To me, that is not how you judge a pizza. Kudos to him. He apparently is doing something right. He's got more views on his pizza reviews than I have, of course. But
I don't like his attitude.
he gets some attitude
He's
every once in a while.
cocky, and he's like, he's got that, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, you know, he
I don't
does.
like
He
people like
does. And
You can never get too big to act like that, in my opinion.
I guess. But he one bite, everybody knows the rule, and that frustrates a lot of people because he takes multiple bites. So a lot of people get worked up about that, which drives me crazy too. It's like, yeah, it's part of the gimmick here. But I just think the cheese bread, I guess I see, okay, you get cheese. It's the plainest thing if you do that right. But I take that to another level. I always had to get sausage pepperoni. That was my control. If I ever went to a new pizza place, if they can hit sausage and pepperoni correctly, that's 2 key ingredients, 2 key toppings, probably the most popular for toppings. If they can make that right, I would always say, okay, then the next time I could try a barbecue pizza or a taco pizza or a Supreme or something crazy after that. But if I know they can hit the sausage pepperoni, they should be able to go to the next adventure, the next level.
Honestly, sausage is the biggest variable.
Sausage.
You got to get the sausage right.
So I'm a big Graziano sausage, and 99% of the people watching this say, what is a Graziano sausage? It's a local sausage. It's spicy. It's got, I think it's got fennel in it, which you're not a big fan of the fennel.
But not too much.
But not too much. Yeah. But I love some Graziano's sausage on my pizza. It really makes or breaks.
And if it's like hand pulled and like kind of dropped on there, ooh.
I hate it when you get some of that.
In their balls. There's little balls.
Yes, I hate the little ball sausage. I also hate the breakfast sauce. Some of those places have like almost a breakfast sausage. That drives me crazy too. But he's got his review style. It's working for him, so I'm not going to throw him under the bus. We just have different flavors, and we also have different likes of pizza. He's from the East Coast. He likes that East Coast New York style. He likes that. He likes the big, long, floppy ones. Yeah. There's a joke there somewhere. Somebody connect the dots. But I like the more square-cut bar-style Midwest pizza, the Chicago tavern style, Midwest style. That's what I'm dealing with. That's my preferred. I'll eat any of them. I like deep dish. I like New York style. But I do prefer the square-cut New York style in my pizzas. So we have different thought processes on the pizza as well. I don't know. What's your thoughts on pizza?
It's weird your daughter doesn't like square cut pizza.
My daughter doesn't
freaks
like
her
me.
out.
She doesn't like me. She doesn't like me. But nobody in this family likes pizza anymore. And I used to eat pizza so much. And it's probably good I don't
just
eat.
Like we burned you out on Chick-fil-A, you've burned us out on pizza.
I guess, but there's like so many more options in pizza. You got like literally 10,000.
It all kind of tastes the same.
Oh, stop it. We just talked about the sausage being different. I don't know, but it's a tough time in the pizza. But there is this new pizza place. It was like a 70-year-old pizza place. They closed up shop like 10 years ago. They're reopening in a new location over by us. And I think in the next week, they're opening, I think, for next weekend.
That was on Ingersoll?
It was on a different one. But they are opening next weekend. I would really like to go, but probably don't want to go opening weekend, but the weekend after. They're known for their salads with their creamy Parmesan and all the cheese and stuff on there. So you might want to get that. You could, maybe I'll just get a pizza to myself.
You can have my croutons.
And I'll have your croutons.
I don't eat croutons.
The kids love the croutons. The kids.
Give my croutons away.
Yeah, the kids love croutons. So they're always diving into your croutons. I'll dive into your crouton after Marty Stewart tonight. How about?
Fun.
Yes, so we got to go off into that, Angie. So anything else for the people here? Any more questions? Any more comments? Anything you got for us?
Me? No.
No, you got nothing. Just check out the podcast for Angie's full-on He-Man and the Masters Universe review. I did make the decision today. I think I'm going to go see it a second time in the theater. I don't know if the kids would want to go with me. Probably not. I was thinking it'd be fun for my dad and I to go, but I don't think he'd want to go either. He don't like to be seen in public with me. So I'm not sure. I might go by myself. We'll see what ends up happening there. So
I'm not going again.
Angie's not going to go again. That is for sure. I didn't even bring you into the conversation. You know, I knew the answer. She wouldn't go again. So there it is,
Don't
Angie.
Push your luck.
Yeah, that's the question of the week, unless you got anything else.
Nope.
All right. Well, if you want to be the question of the week, put your question or comment in the comments of this very video. And that's it, Angie. So now we move on to the weekly purchases. All right, time for round number 1 of weekly purchases. And how about it's a He-Man week with the Masters Universe movie? How about we get the brand new Walmart exclusive, Mattel Creations exclusive, whatever you want to call it, vintage collection Beast Man. You know I'm here for the Beast Man. Looking pretty good. So we'll unbox this on the channel very, very soon. Also got Expandor, of course, Todd McFarlane's nickname. I don't know. I've seen it. I don't know about that. But Expandor here, Mattel Creations exclusive. We got that one. We'll unbox that on the channel, as you can imagine. How about we go to Todd McFarlane there? Not just picking on you. We're buying your product too, Todd. We got a Nightmare Spawn. Yep, Nightmare Spawn on this one. Got that through the door this week. Got Wings of Redemption Spawn. Looking interesting. And then last but certainly least, Curse of the Spawn. 3 new Spawn figures in stock over there at Jay's Toys and Games. That's where I picked them up. Saved myself 15%. Did the same thing with Iron Spider Aaron Davis edition. played a little bit of the game there and went over, had to save 15%. This is a kind of an expensive figure for what it is. Gotta get the most out of your molds. We know what's up with that, though. Got that through the door. Also got Marvel's Magic. Oh, little Magic. Got her to complete the Secret War set. We've been unboxing the Secret War figures on the channel this week. Check out the reviews. We'll finish this one off sometime next week. How about this one? Hasbro Pulse coming in hot this week as well. We're going to Punisher. Big bad Hulkbuster armor. Frank Castle Punisher. Big figure right here. So we'll dive into this on the channel. Who knows? Maybe already by the time you're watching this review might be up. Very excited to jump into this one. But now we dance back to Todd McFarlane to the couch. How about a little Batman, New 52 Batman here through the door this week. The Batman hits keep on coming. Deadman Batman, a very cool, different looking one. I like the looks of that. And then we do get Batman, of course, from The Dark Knight Returns, another entry into this collection. We've had a few of these over the years, so there's another one. And then we do got Azrael Batman armor, and we've had many of these over the years as well. And we'll have quite the Murder's Row comparison of these on the channel here. Probably Kyle Peterson 2.0 for those. Make sure you subscribe to the second YouTube channel. Got all those at Jay's. Also got this at Jay's this week. Solomon Grundy Green Lantern 2-pack. So I picked that up over there at Jay's as well this week. So a very busy round number 1. But now we bring on round number 2. All right, time for round number 2 of weekly purchases, including the big Grail piece I picked up this week. Not quite the Grail piece right here, but I said, you know what? Tiger Force could use a mascot. Maybe I could represent my high school here, but it is the tiger. It is the Tiger Claw. I don't even know this character at all. I've never seen him, but I'm a sucker for a big cat. Dare I say a hairy bipedal creature. Picked up Tiger Claw this week at Target. Also at Target, picked up Ninja Force Zartan. Already unboxed it on the channel. Check out the review if you did miss it. I'm here for a little Ninja Force. Bring on Chabang, Tabang, She Bangs. Bring him on next. How about a little Notorious B.I.G., a little Raw Special, $13.99. Biggie, can't you see? That's what they said once upon a time. I never said it because I'm not a rap guy, but I remember when I was on the radio back in the day in high school. We had a radio station in our high school. It was quite the KKDM, I think it was 88.7, the dot. Oh, shout out. But once upon a time, I was there, and I had to play a lot of Biggie Smalls. And what was that other guy? Mace? You remember Mace? Whatever happened to Mace? Where'd he go? But not really a B.I.G. guy, but my wife does wear a Notorious B.I.G. shirt around the house from time to time, and I thought it would be funny to get this for her because she's apparently a huge fan if she's wearing it. I've never heard her listen to Notorious B.I.G. though, so I don't know what's up with that shirt. I've never asked. I just giggle every time she wears it. Shout out to Angie. Shout out to Notorious B.I.G. Hits keep on coming. Mattel Creations, Bull Nakano. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. You know what happens there. You got Triple H right here, and when you mess with the horns, you got the El Matador. We got Tito Santana, Arriba, everyone. We got him, and then last but certainly not least, we got Crush through the door as well. Check out the unboxings on the channel. Set rankings, Diamond Stud to come. I got that video in the hopper, just got to edit it, so we'll get that done eventually. We got some good wrestling through the door, but the wrestling hits keep on coming. Greatest hits, Seth Rollins, or top picks, more like it. I thought I had this. I had to do a double take, and I did not have this in my collection, so I picked that one up. My wife, of course, out on the hunt. She found Coco Beware, and I said, you know what? I'll take another Coco. I'm going to display both looks, and it looks like Frankie isn't broken on this one. My other Frankie, like a lot of people, was broken. So I did pick that one up this week. And then via our friends over there at Ringside Collectibles, here comes the axe, here comes the smasher. Demolition Ultimate Editions. Already unboxed these on the channel. Check them out if you did miss it. Love some Demolition. Give me all the Demolitions. One thing I never thought about with these until this week, though, was why was there no chaps with these guys? Why no chaps with the Ultimate Edition? Looks like there's still meat on the bone for more Demolition figures in the future. And I got to get around to unboxing the Demolition Superstars on the channel. We'll get to that eventually as well. Hits keep on coming with our friends over there at KWK. Club Kayfabe exclusive Laredo Kid bagged edition. Old bagged for our protection is what it is. Looking good. And then we got the 1 of 200. I hate to unbox things like this, but I feel like I need to do it for science. We'll see what happens. Laredo Kid through the door this week, looking pretty darn good. And then the one I'm most excited about, we got a double dose of Dory Funk Jr. You know me, I'm here for the Dory Funk Jr. And can you believe, to put things into perspective, we always say around here, what is time? Remember Power Town? You remember that company? They announced Dory Funk Jr. They took pre-orders, and it's been like 2 years since the pre-orders. in that time, Dory Funk was announced, produced, and to us in like a 6-month window or whatever the time frame is on this one. So shout out to KWK giving us Dory Funk Jr. You know me, I'm here for the Funk family all day long. Now it's just absolutely wild. We do not have a Terry Funk retro figure. I can't believe that. So it's a weird thing where we have Dory Funk now finally getting his first real figures, and it's in a scale that doesn't even have Terry Funk as of now. I think Mattel will announce one eventually. Fingers crossed. Then I did get more retros, a double dose of Harley Race this week, bloody and regular edition from TRT. We'll see how these end up squaring off in the collection. More in a video on those, as you can imagine. But a lot of retro stuff coming at us at all times. It's almost hard to keep up, and I know a lot of people do struggle keeping up with all these retro figures. But we'll get to all of this stuff here in future unboxings. But the Grail piece, not going to be an unboxing for this one. I do need to buy an acrylic case. I need to look into one of those. I want to get this protected. And this has been something I've had on my long list game where I don't necessarily need it, but I would want it just to represent my collection. By no means am I going to get a mint on card collection of these. I'm fine with my complete loose collection is more than good. But this is my favorite superstar of all time, right up there with the Ultimate Warrior. It is one Terry Funk. And thanks to our friends over there at Jay's Toys and Games, and I did save my 15% on this bad boy. It is the LJN Terry Funk. Now, it's not a 10 out of 10, but it is pretty darn minty, and it'll straighten out a little bit once you get it in an acrylic case. But I needed this Terry Funk in my collection, mint on card. It was a long game Grail piece for me. Well, that day finally did come with this one here. Very excited to have this. My other big Grail piece would be, of course, mint on card Ultimate Warrior. I just don't see that day ever happening at that price point. But you never know. Never say never. I would have said never on this Terry as well. But you couldn't believe it when they told me over there at Jay's I was in. They said, hey, look at what just came in. Go open that box over there. And I opened it up. I saw just stacks of LJN figures mint on card. I could not believe what I was seeing. I said, if you have a Terry Funk, and as I was saying Terry Funk, there was 2 Terry Funks there. I could not believe that. I had goosebumps on my arm. It was a wild thing. I said, you guys should have told me this. I could have filmed this. This would have been great content for my YouTube channel for the action figure hunt. But I did take some pictures for social media. They have been selling some of these LJNs, but if you're after them, you want to save 15%, go over to jaystoysandgames.com. Check out what they got left. You don't see nice carded LJNs in that volume come in very often. Thought that was really cool, and I didn't think they could top the Hasbro mint on card stuff that they got just a week or so ago, or a month ago. What is time once again? But very excited to get this Terry Funk in my collection. Now I have 2 mint on card LJNs in my collection. Does anybody remember what my other one is? Maybe put it down in the comments down below. Who knows? But there it is. That's this week's weekly purchases. Looking around, I don't see anything else. So a busy, busy week. Got a lot of stuff to unbox, and we'll get to all of it here on the channel. But before we get to it, what do you got? What did you pick up this week? What did you grab? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. 2 channels every single day with content for you. Plenty to keep you busy. Even more on Patreon YouTube channel memberships. Your best way to support the channel and all the content it does bring. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available wherever podcasts are found with videocast on YouTube. So there it is, another week of weekly purchases. You know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way to the golf course and another work week.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
I walk 47 miles of barbed wire. Use a cobra snake for a necktie.